Yo, what's up YouTube? So we were planning on shooting originally on the 27th and 28th of June, but now we've had to push that back just to give everyone a little bit more time to be prepared. So we're pushing it back to the 4th and the 5th of July. And so this is the video, not just about the climactic scene that we're shooting in the woods with Harry and the giant alien monster that was referenced in the last video, but this is more about the location. This is about where we're going to be making the film. We looked at a number of woods. We went to Knockraha, we went to Ballincollig, went to an old hotel I used to work in the woods around there. None of them are really right for various reasons. The woods in Knockraha didn't have enough woods. The woods in Ballincollig didn't have any access. And the woods in Vienna Woods are actually perfect, but I think we just don't have the privacy that we have right here. This is actually the woods out the back of my parents' house. And it's actually not really a woods, even though it might feel like a woods. It's actually a field. So I'm just hoping with enough kind of creativity and preparedness on my part that we can make this location work. So now it's daytime, obviously. It's bright, so we're gonna have to wait for night to bring out my Blackmagic camera and the lights and test them, including my new Godox VL300. This will be the real test of that, and that was the reason I bought this light for this scene. So let's wait for night to fall and see how this place looks. I hope it looks okay. You know, there's just barely enough trees. Just barely enough. It's 10:15 now, or 10:20, if you can believe it or not. And we're still waiting for night to fall. I want it to be really good, and I want this to be the best cinematography of the whole film, you know. And yeah, let's just get into it and see what happens. Let's turn on some lights and just see how it looks. So that was the lighting test from last night, and I sure learned a lot about what I can and cannot and should not do. I think the biggest mistake I made was putting the wide lens on the camera. I had the Lumix 12-35 lens on it, and that was too wide, and I risk, you know, showing the field for what it really is, a field. I also at one stage went too far over to the end of the property line so you could see the sky, and we don't want to see the sky. We want it to be like in Jaws, where you can't see the land in the third act. We want it to feel claustrophobic and intense as the character moves through the woods and is enveloped by the darkness, and there's no escape. You know, you can't see fields and clouds in the distance. You know, that's not the vibe we're going for. In terms of the ISO, 3200, whatever it was, looked pretty good. 1250 is what the Blackmagic 4K is most comfortable at. That's its second dual native ISO setting for low light. But I'm going to push that just because I don't have the lights to get the information that I need from the scene. So last night I shot from here, pointing this way. Tonight we're going to do it all again, and we're going to put the camera over there, pointing this way. So that was last night's test. I don't know, I think some shots can work from that. I think maybe the opening of the scene can work pretty well over there. So, you know, he's moving through the forest, and then there's a little bit where he spots the alien. That all seems a pretty nice bit to do over there. And then maybe this bit here, which we saw from the first night, maybe this is where he sees the alien flower. It just seems a little bit more wilder, and more kind of, got a bit more character, I think. And it's more of a unique location. While I think over there from last night matches better with the previous forest, because that's the trick. It's not just a new scene and a new forest. This is a forest that has to match, the continuity of a previous forest. But fortunately, that forest in the previous scene was shot during the day. This is at night, so there's a jump in time. So in that jump from day to night, we cut from the forest down in Wexford to this field forest here in Cork. So I don't know, I hope it works out. Over the next number of nights, I do a number of tests, moving the lights here and there, trying to figure out what might be most appropriate as a key light, a side light, a backlight. I also wake up in a panic one morning thinking I've left gear outside overnight, but I haven't. It's just a dream. I find this time quite scary and increasingly stressful. I begin to feel like the more tests I do, the harder this project seems to be. So today is June 29th. Last night was the night we should have finished shooting, according to our original plan of the 27th, 28th. And I was up here last night doing some tests and I got absolutely soaked and it was a miserable experience. So maybe it was better we weren't shooting, and maybe it's better we have pushed the shoot back a week. It's harder doing it on my own because I'm running off of batteries, and on the shooting night itself we will have a generator here which will have smoke, which will also help to disguise the location a bit. And the generator will power the lights, and that'll allow us film for longer. But being up here on my own, running everything off batteries, you only have an hour before everything dies. And last night, because of the rain, it took half an hour to bring everything up here, half an hour to bring everything back, and I only was able to shoot for like 15 minutes. And yeah, just a miserable experience. So it will be easier with other people is the point I'm trying to make. And I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to wrapping it and putting that sequence on the timeline. That's a major milestone. Yeah, and this is going to be one of those things that's going to be continued, and we'll just have to see how it goes. We'll film everything when we do the night shoot itself. God, that rain. And we'll make another video ASAP once we finish that shoot. Filmmaking is not for enthusiastic amateurs. It's a serious business, very hard. But yeah, so see you soon, and thanks for watching. And like and subscribe.